Top 5 Christmas bangers of all time. Number 5, Christmas, Baby Please Come Home. Number 4, Happy Holiday / the Holiday Season. Number 3, The Most Wonderful Time of the Year. Number 2, What Christmas Means to Me by John Legend, personally. The Stevie Wonder one is good, but just not as good. And number 1, All I Want for Christmas Is You. Christmas music during Christmas time is electric. After Christmas, it needs to go away forever, but during this month, you can freely jam out to it as loud as you want. Anyway, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video and welcome to my week 14 predictions. We all know how these videos work, so we'll run through my plugs super quick and we'll hop right into it. 1, head over to gfuel.com. Use code WyattzWorld, save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products. 2, if you're 18 years or older, you can head over to Prize Picks, the daily fantasy app where code WyattzWorld will match up to $100 of your first deposit. And 3, if you guys are trying to hook your parents up with some awesome unique gifts for this Christmas season, head over to the link in my bio for parentpresents.com. It'll bring you to the ultimate Christmas gift guide and everything is just there in front of you to look at. All right, enough talking, let's get into the video. All right, so starting off with Thursday Night Football, we've got the Vegas Raiders at the Rams. I gotta go with the Red Hot Raiders this time, man. 27-14. Baker Mayfield isn't gonna do shit. He doesn't have any weapons. I imagine they'll get some garbage time touchdowns. I don't know who's gonna score it, but on the Raiders side of things, I think Josh Jacobs is gonna have another heyday. I also think Devontae Adams is gonna own Jalen Ramsey again. Seems like Jalen Ramsey's getting burnt every week, by the way, now. Granted, the guy is like 30 years old, so he's gonna be slowing down. It's just kind of weird to see it. I think the Rams are going to continue to fall down their hole and Vegas is going to continue to bounce back. I'm taking the Raiders. All right, and moving on to Sunday, the first game is the Jets at the Bills. Before I make my pick here, I want to address the biased remarks I keep getting about how I'm biased for picking the Bills and the Vikings almost every week. Guys, they're 19-5. That means like 75% of the time I'm picking them, I'm right. It'd be one thing to say I'm biased if they were losing every week, but they're not. Anyway, I'm gonna take the Bills here, 28-17. This is at home. The Bills are playing much better ball than they were the last time they played the Jets, and their defense is looking mean. I love how this team looked in New England. It gives me high hopes about how they're gonna look in their own house. They'd look better with Odell Beckham, but hey, we're not gonna cross that bridge yet. Also, you just gotta believe that if Mike White was struggling against the Vikings defense, the Bills D is gonna give him just as much, if not more, problems. All right, moving on to the next game. It is the Browns at the Bengals, and I'm going to take the Bengals to win this one 20-10. Watson looked like shit last week. He looked like shit in the preseason. The Bengals have a far better run D than Houston does. The Browns look anything like they did last week, which, I mean, they probably will. They're going to get killed. Also doesn't help that the Bengals offense is red hot right now with Joe Burrow, who is turning into Iron Man, it seems like. Especially with it being in Cincinnati, I got to have the Bengals win in this game. Next up, we got the Texans at the Cowboys. Cowboys win 56-0. Moving on to the next game, we got Minnesota at Detroit. Apparently Detroit's favored to win this game. I don't know what Vegas knows that we don't, but I'll take the Vikings 30-24. I love the Lions, but they're just like the Vikings, except a less good version of them. Great offense, not so great defense. Also, I think Minnesota's got a much better coach. As much as I like Dan Campbell, Kevin O'Connell seems to be a very safe but clever guy. Dan Campbell seems to be the high-risk, high-reward home run hitter. I can see it ending a lot like the first one, you know, at the very last second. But you gotta believe the 10-2 Vikings are gonna beat the Lions. Next game we got is the Jags at the Titans. Titans are going to bounce back and win this game 27-21. The Jags got blown out last week, torched through the air and bullied by the run. This should be an easy bounce back for Mike Vrabel. He should be able to pound the shit out of them. That sounded wrong, but you know what I'm saying. Now, luckily for Jacksonville, Tennessee's defense, I mean, it's good, but it's not the best in the league. Jacksonville can easily score on them. They have an opportunity to win this game, but are they going to be able to keep up with Treylon Burks and Derrick Henry? I don't think so. All right, moving on to the next game. It is the Eagles at the Giants, and I gotta roll with Philly here, 33-17. They just look so good. And it doesn't matter what you do to Jalen. You can watch his mobility. He's just gonna throw all over you. He's completing 70% of his passes. He doesn't miss. I also worry about New York's offensive line. Good God, Philly's a bunch of bullies. They might kill Danny. There's been one team that has solved this problem for 1 week, and it was Washington, and I don't know how they did it. But I don't think New York is gonna be able to mimic that this week. Philly's gonna win, and they're gonna be what, 12-1, 13-1? All right, moving on to the next game. It is Baltimore at Pittsburgh, and we're going to say this is my upset of the week because I'm going to take Pittsburgh, and I would take them even if Lamar was playing, which I don't think he is, but I'm just throwing that out there. Low-scoring game, 17-10. Steelers are playing good. Their offense is clicking. Their defense is shutting people down, and Tomlin is doing what he does best, winning when it matters. Steelers win. Ravens also fall behind the Bengals. Next game we got is Kansas City at Denver. Oh, something feels off about this game. I don't dare say it. Denver's not going to win, but there's something about it. I got that feeling, man. I'll go and just say Kansas City's going to win 23-9 because I refuse to believe Denver can actually do anything. I'm not going to let my stomach pick for me here, but I will tell you how it's feeling. This game could potentially be 9-9 going into the final 2 minutes. Mahomes could struggle, and if the Chiefs were to lose, it would make things so interesting. But I can't pick that to happen. I'm going to go with Kansas City, like I just said. 23-9, Denver sucks. All right, moving on to the next game. It is Tampa Bay at San Francisco. I got San Fran winning this game 14-10, hopefully. I don't know what the system has in store. They might have already had Tampa Bay winning on their plans, but that can always be fixed at the last second. Even with Brock Purdy, I don't care if it's me back there. San Francisco's always going to have the upper hand, unless they're playing a team like Philly, the Bills, maybe the Vikings right now. But they're not. They're playing Tampa Bay, a team that has struggled week in and week out, a team that has not been consistent. All San Francisco needs is one man on their offense to show up and their defense to play. Their defense plays how they have been. They're not going to have an issue there. And if Christian McCaffrey shows up, he will get them enough points to beat Tampa Bay. Like I said, though, we got to hope that the NFL has in the script that the 49ers win this game. Moving on, we got Carolina at Seattle. Seattle wins 28-14. Darnold gets benched. Said this 2 weeks ago, man. I've been waiting on this game. I'll predict Sam Darnold's stat line right now. 112 yards, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He is bench going into the fourth quarter. I can see Carolina's defense pressuring Geno a little bit, but at the rate Seattle's been playing, they're going to be able to get past whatever problems they have. They've figured out basically anybody throwing at them. Seattle will win and continue to chase that playoff spot. And moving on to Sunday night, we've got Miami at the Chargers. I wish the Chargers would win more than anything in the world, but I'm going to pick Miami to win in a shootout 36-30. I can't bet on the Chargers, dude. Like I said, this would be an early Christmas gift to Wyatt. If the Chargers won and the Dolphins lost, that'd be great. But no, I will not bet on them. Plus, you know, Miami got embarrassed last week, so they're going to be all angry and stuff. They're going to want to take out all their anger. Very, very entertaining game, but I think it'll end up being Tua time in LA. And moving on to Monday Night Football, we've got the Patriots at the Cardinals. Yay! Woo! This game is going to be awesome. Why wasn't this flexed for anything? I don't care about this at all. I'm not going to watch a snap of it. I'm going to be watching Monday Night Raw instead. We'll go with Arizona because New England's had such a miserable looking offense in recent weeks. I'll say the Cardinals win 21-17. I mean, this game is going to be like watching Ronald McDonald and Bozo the Clown in a boxing match. Alright guys, and that is going to be all for my Week 14 NFL predictions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you already know what to do to show support. Comment, like, subscribe, turn that bell on. I do my best to post every single day. I'm going to work on trying to get an extra out to you guys sometime this week. If not, for sure next week. Like I said, please be patient. Anyway, with everything I just said, I'm going to hop off and get this edited so you can watch it on time. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, I will see you in the next video.